I never thought my best friend would stab me in the back like this. I'm 29M, and until about 6 months ago, I thought I had my life figured out. Or at least, I thought I had the people in my life figured out. My best friend, let's call him Jake, had been with me through pretty much everything since high school. He was the guy who always had my back in fights, the guy who loaned me gas money when I was broke in college, the guy who helped me move apartments, even though he mysteriously hurt his back halfway through carrying boxes. We were those cliché, inseparable duo guys. People used to joke that if they invited me to something, Jake would just show up anyway, so they might as well count him in too. And honestly, I didn't mind. I liked having someone who knew me so well. Now, a little background before the actual betrayal. I'd been saving money for a long time to finally open a small coffee shop. Nothing fancy, just a cozy place with good beans, a couple of couches, maybe a bookshelf with free-to-read novels. I'm a huge coffee nerd, like the kind of guy who has 5 different brewing gadgets at home and bores his dates talking about flavor notes that they absolutely cannot taste. So yeah, it was kind of my dream. Jake knew all about this. We'd talk about it at 2 a.m. after too many beers. He'd say stuff like, "Bro, when you open that shop, I'll basically live there. Free coffee for life, right?" I'd laugh and tell him, "Sure, but you're working for it. You'll be sweeping floors." It was always this running joke. Fast forward to last year. I finally got serious about it. I had savings, I had a rough business plan, and honestly, I was terrified but excited. Jake seemed genuinely hyped for me. He even said he wanted to invest. And here's where I made mistake number 1. I said yes. I trusted him. I mean, this guy knew my family, spent Christmases at my house, crashed on my couch more times than I could count. So, we became business partners. At first, it was great. He had charisma, like, people just liked him. He could walk into a room and instantly make friends. So he handled a lot of the social stuff, suppliers, local events. I handled the money and the actual coffee part. It felt balanced. But then, little things started piling up. I'd notice our budget didn't stretch as far as I thought it would. Jake always had explanations. The contractor raised prices last minute. What could I do? We needed better furniture. The cheap stuff looked awful. Don't worry, it'll pay off in the long run. I brushed it off because, hey, first-time business, right? Mistakes happen. And besides, Jake wouldn't screw me over. Then, one night, I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw Jake tagged in a post from some local startup networking event. No big deal. Until I noticed the name of the cafe in the caption. It wasn't ours. It was another coffee shop, one that was opening literally 3 blocks from ours. And Jake? He was standing there with their team, looking like he belonged. My stomach dropped. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe he was just networking. Maybe he accidentally got roped into a picture. But the pit in my stomach told me something was off. A couple of days later, I decided to check the business account we shared. And sure enough, there were withdrawals I didn't recognize. Not just little ones. I'm talking thousands over the course of a couple months. Some of it went to suppliers I didn't know. Some of it straight up to accounts with vague names like consulting fees. So I confronted him. I'll never forget the conversation. Me? Jake, what the hell is going on with our money? Him? Totally calm. What do you mean? Me? I mean, I know you've been taking money out. I saw the withdrawals. And what's with that new cafe you're hanging around? Zabivnoy Daniel Brat? I 17. 09. 2025. Zo 220. Him. Sighs, like I'm being unreasonable. Look, man, I didn't want you to find out like this, but that cafe, it's mine. Me. What? Him. Yeah, I've been planning it for a while. I figured you'd be fine because, you'll still have your shop. Competition is healthy. I just sat there, stunned. I asked him if he seriously used our money to build his cafe. He didn't even deny it. He just shrugged and said, "Think of it like an investment. You helped me get started." Like, are you kidding me? Investment? He stole from me. and then had the audacity to frame it as if I should be proud of helping him. The betrayal didn't even stop there. Turns out he'd been bad-mouthing me to mutual friends, saying I was too uptight to run a business, that I didn't have the people skills, that I was better off just being the coffee guy in the back. Some of those friends even stopped supporting me because they believed him. I lost most of my savings. I had to shut down before I even opened. Meanwhile, Jake's cafe opened up with shiny new furniture, a slick logo, and a crowd of people on opening day, some of whom I knew used to call themselves my friends. And here's the kicker. Jake had the nerve to invite me to his grand opening. He actually texted me, "No hard feelings, bro. Come check out the place. First drink on me." I didn't reply. I still haven't. Now, I'm stuck picking up the pieces of my finances and my trust in people. I've started doing freelance work again to save money, but it's going to be a long road before I can even think about opening another cafe. And Jake? He's living his best life, posting latte art on Instagram, pretending like he built it all himself. I don't even know what hurts more, losing the money, losing the dream, or realizing the guy I thought was my brother never saw me as anything more than an opportunity. Update 1, 2 days later. Wow, I didn't expect so many responses. Thank you to everyone who commented or messaged me. Honestly, I thought I'd just get roasted for being stupid enough to trust the wrong person. And a lot of you are right. I was naive to give him so much control. Quick update. I talked to a lawyer. It's complicated. Apparently, the documents we signed gave him legitimate access to the account, but the lawyer said there might be a chance to prove misappropriation of funds. Not sure if it'll work, but I'm going to try. And no, for those who keep asking, I did not go to his opening, and I never will. Update 2, a week later. This is getting weird. A couple of our mutual friends reached out to me saying, "Are you really going to drag this to court? That's going to ruin your friendship for good." Like, what friendship? It's already dead. He stole my money and my dream. Turns out Jake has been spinning the story to everyone, saying he invested in my business. But we had different visions, so he decided to go his own way. According to him, I'm just bitter and paranoid. Some people bought that version, but thankfully, not everyone did. A few people stuck by me, and honestly, their support is what's keeping me sane right now. Update 3, a month later. I'm freelancing again, slowly saving money. Maybe one day I'll open a cafe again, but right now it's still too raw to even think about. As for Jake, word is he's already had a falling out with one of his new partners. And honestly, I'm not surprised. A person like him will betray anyone for profit. The lawyer is still digging through the paperwork. It's slow and maybe nothing will come of it, but at least I'm trying. Even if I can't get the money back, maybe I can at least make sure he doesn't think he can just get away with this. At the end of the day, I've realized money can be earned again. But trust? Once it's gone forever.